What's good? What's popping, y'all? It's your boy Casey. Welcome back to the channel, man. Today we got another fingerboard build for y'all. I kind of been like procrastinating this one, not so much just because like it's just been figuring it out and getting all the pieces for it has kind of been a challenge. Okay, so this is what as you can see this. This is the plan for the build. Okay. I gotta finish drawing out the plans and shit for it, but same concept. Be making it with all of my stuff from the Dollar Tree. This is going to be the plants for the planter gap. Obviously, some moss. Um, you know, handy dandy Dollar Tree Jenga blocks. You know the business. And then planks of wood. I also bought. It's down here somewhere. I bought a longer piece. I went to the store the other day because I needed more Jenga blocks, and they didn't have these. Um, but they did have. This is for a future video. I want to do a ledge with this. I might go to the store and see if I can find some better looking tiles too, because I have. I don't know, bro. Since I started getting into building this, bro, building parks has always been so fun. It's always been like an idea I had. Like back when I was a kid, I used to build a lot of like cereal boxes and shit. Um, so it's like I don't know, bro. Being able to do stuff like this is really fun. And then I've done like construction work and stuff in real life, like carpentry and shit. So it's like on a smaller scale is really cool. And it's a part of like something I can do to help build my hobby. So I don't know, maybe one day I might start, building and selling like legit obstacles and shit. But for now, I'm having fun building parks, little obstacles and stuff for my desk. And then we're gonna try our hand at building like an actual park in the future. So stay tuned. So like I don't know, I've just been doing all these little things, making up all these little DIY spots and stuff. So figured I keep sharing it with y'all. Y'all seem to like the first couple videos, so we're gonna stick to it. So, anyways, enough of me rambling. I'm gonna go ahead and spark up. This plan's kind of figured out all the way, get things mapped out, and then yeah, I'm gonna get a better angle for y'all so y'all can kind of see the desk. And then yeah, so without further ado, I don't know why I'm holding this. I'm not even using it today. But yeah, anyways. Oh, that was supposed to be showing y'all. Hold on, I spaced out. See, completely spaced out. This is what I was supposed to be showing you. It's I don't know, but it just says, it literally just says, it's like wall hanging decor or whatever the fuck. But it's just a longer piece of wood. It's the same thickness as all the other wood I have. So, figure I could use it for something. Might use it for the base today. So we'll see. Anyways, let's get to it. Okay, so boom. So I got y'all set up in a new spot. I also have the mic in a different spot. So if I sound a little quieter, that was kind of the goal. I felt like I was screaming in y'all's ear. Still trying to get used to these things, so y'all bear with me. I'm gonna go ahead and kind of start mapping things out. I do have an extra like 3 boxes of these. These are what's left from like a box I had did the last project with. Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and start trying to figure out how to map all this out. And yeah, take you guys along with me. So I know, like I said, I'm trying to do a hubba. For the down part of the hubba, I found these they're tape dispensers. Like you put the roll tape in here. Okay, this is the thing that I'm not used to. I usually just use regular super glue gel. But I've been thinking about using this since I am working with wood. So I have two. I have this box and I have 2 more boxes of these. So should have plenty of blocks. I don't know exactly what all I need for this project yet. So after I, finish building it all, we'll go over it. But until then, just gotta bear with me. Bro, I'm so glad I caught this on camera. I couldn't make this shit up, bro. What? Y'all see this, right? I just pulled this out the pack. And I'm like, ain't no way, y'all. I wonder if yup. Anyways. Okay, so check me out. So I've been thinking, so I have it drawn out like a regular just bank, and then I might just do that. Yeah, because in the picture here, I don't know how well you can see it. The wood kind of fell down, so Loki looks like a euro, and then like I don't know, it kind of gave me an idea. Like, what if we did like a euro on one side and then the gap? After what took way too long to deliberate. I got a mock-up drawn. I may or may not add the euro. We're not sure yet, but we're going to do 10 blocks tall. Uh, so that'll be a decent enough height. My staircase I built is, I think it's an 8 and a 12. 12 is pretty tall. So I feel like 10 should be pretty fine. It's taller than your actual board deck in length. So this is about a little less than 3.5, or a little more than 3.5. I think so. It's 10. So it's like, if not as tall or a little bit taller than that. So right now I'm trying to figure out how long I want to do the base. Okay, so the base of the stairs I've already built is like this. However, I do that. Well, actually, that might actually be perfect for my Hubba. Oh, dude. Okay, so y'all see the vision. Yeah, no, that's actually perfect. So it's going to be the same exact width or length as the first one we did. So the stairs with the Euro gap. And that's just so you have enough space to line up and then get down. So you become a gap. So the planar gap's going to be here. And that's probably going to be, I can't remember if I decided on 2. Yeah, because I want it to be, the length of the board again, which is crazy to think. This is how tall it is. Right, so just as tall as it is how wide we're going to try to go for our planer. Right? Boom. Boom. Might make this one a little bit bigger. We'll see when we get to building the planner. But first, we're going to go ahead and build the base. Get that. Get all these glued together. Yeah, they're actually all pretty flat. So we'll get these glued together, and then we'll start building the base around the bottom of this. And then we'll go from there. So let's go ahead and get that started. So what I usually do for these when I go to glue them together, I usually make like a little cross beam with one of these. And these don't always have to be like 100% like straight when you put them on there. You just want to make sure that the seams are straight. You always want to make sure you're doing it on a flat surface. And like I said, I've never used the super wood glue before, so I'm not quite sure how well this all sticks. I'm used to the gel, so I did get some of that as a backup because the gel works really, really fast. This is supposed to work as fast as what it says, but we'll see. I might have put a little too much glue on here. Trying to make sure thing don't fall apart. This is actually, is this dry now? Okay, so boom. There we go. We got the walls kind of mapped out. They're not glued together at all. So that that comes the tedious part. So I'm gonna throw on some music, probably smoke a bowl, and get to just gluing these together. And I will see you motherfuckers when I get that shit done. Okay, so first, I don't like this glue. It you got to spread it really thin, and then it takes forever to dry. That's what you'll see a lot in this video is you'll hear me talk about we gotta let stuff dry. I don't ever really ever have to worry about things drying when I usually just use the gel because the gel dries really quick. This wood glue, not so much. So with that being said, use it at your own risk. I will not be using this shit again. But yeah, that's up to you. Okay, boom. So we're done gluing them all together. I still need to pretty much glue both walls onto one solid piece. So all of these on the bottom will be one, and all of these will be on the top will be one, and then these will be our bases. But yeah, so I'm gonna glue all of these together and all these together. But first, I'm gonna let them all dry, and then we'll get back to trying to piece it all together. So catch y'all in a little bit, man. Okay, so boom. So right now it is currently like 7 o'clock. We started at like 3. So a couple hours. And then some of it's just planning, figuring things out. But so next thing we're gonna do is I'm gonna use the super glue gel to glue these together. I smell a boom, chicka. I smell a boom, chicka. See how I did it? Chant, school. See, there you go. That's all I can do. Okay. Quick tip: if you're using super glue, always try to clean the tip of your container up when you're done using it to keep it from getting crusty. Okay, let's try this again. Let's just take 3. Looks like we're still recording though. All right, so third time's the charm, I guess. My mic died in between those last 2 takes. So what we got done? We glued all these together. The 2 sides, 2 outer sides, and then the inner wall for the end of the planer gap. Okay, so that goes there. That goes there. And this will go right here in the middle of all these. But be careful because it's not all the way dry. But the base is done. So the base and then your planer. And yeah, it's pretty fucking big. Um, there's enough of a gap to lose your entire skateboard. And I guess that's kind of like what I wanted. Like I wanted it to actually have to be like a gap. Yeah. There it is. Okay, so what's good, y'all? As you can see, we was in the car. I didn't have everything that I needed at the house to make everything, so we just had to run to the store real quick, go grab the rest of the stuff. We needed to get some more moss, and another box of blocks, and maybe some more super glue. Um, it's not that I need more glue. I just don't. The wood glue is cool and all. It just doesn't dry fast enough for the way I like to build my stuff. So I mean, I'm probably still going to use it in the future or whatever. But yeah, so keep that in mind. If you do start to do this, hold on, let me try to fix y'all real quick. Yeah, but just keep that in mind if you start doing this yourself. That the super glue gel will dry faster than the super glue wood glue. So like I said before, this is my first time using it, so I didn't know, but now we know. So, but yeah, I'm gonna pull up at the Dollar Tree, and then yeah, so stop throwing y'all around the car, and I'll see you niggas in a second. Okay, so we are back at the store. Um, sorry, I'm still getting used to this and shit. Hey, yeah, but like I said, bro, I'm getting used to doing this again, bro. I'm back in a small town, and I haven't really been vlogging in a while. So, but last time I was here, they didn't have any of the wood I was looking for. So I'll actually see if I can find some of that too while I'm here. But yeah, and like you see the pallets I'm using, literally the dollar store. I might grab some more of those, you know. But right now we are looking for. I need moss. Well, so that didn't go over as planned. I only got the blocks and I grabbed a drink because I couldn't find anything else. So I'm gonna try to run to the other the other Dollar Tree. Like I said, I'm in a small town, so like these don't get stocked up as much as like I think they would. Because I came here like 2, 3 weeks ago and it looks the same exact way it did when I came here the last time. So, but I'm gonna go ahead and drop to the other one and I'll let you guys know how we go there. But yeah, we have arrived. Store number 2. Hope these niggas got what we're looking for. Bag secure. Okay, boom. So we're back. We got some more blocks, some more moss. We also picked up a bag of rocks and some of these. It's a pack of 3 metal tags. Um, because like I was saying earlier, I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to use this. It's just not working out how I want. So I'm probably just gonna have to do something else with this. Unfortunately, so stay tuned for this build. I guess we'll figure something out with that eventually. It hasn't worked with the last 2 builds I've been trying to figure it out with, so we just got to figure it out. But yeah, so those I'm thinking I'm going to try to see. They seem pretty bendable, so I'm going to see if I can just bend them and shape them to be my coping for my Hubba. So yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and get back to working and take it with me. So I'm gonna get y'all set up so y'all can see. Yeah, but right now I guess I'm gonna show you what we got. Yeah, we've got this. It's not actually glued down. I just got kind of some blocks taped up in a spot so they fit perfect. So the reason I got the rocks, you guys can see these little gaps right here. So I'm gonna fill in these little gaps in the side with the rocks. And probably put some in this little gap up here on the top or whatever. I don't know, just kind of fill them in some space. And then I might spread them out too, just how I'm not using all of the moss, and then add a little more element to it, rocks and the grass. So before I set up, I wanted to show y'all this ledge I made last night after I got done letting with this while this was drying, sitting and setting. Went ahead. I built this a couple months ago. If you've seen it you've probably seen it on my TikTok, my Instagram. It's also on my YouTube, farther back on my shorts. So I built this a couple months ago, my little $3 fingerboard ledge. So we made a little $3 extension. We made a little double ledge and we made it modular. So you can slide it in, slide it out. You can skate just a tall ledge, skate just a short ledge. You can skate them both on the line. You can skate them together, like a really short, quick, pop on, pop in. Or you can, make it longer so you can extend almost the full grind and then, come to a manual or something. Just little creative things. I'm thinking about making stuff like this, eventually. If I get proficient at it, kind of selling stuff. So I don't know. If you guys like things like this, let me know. We can try to figure things out. So, but yeah, anyway, just figured I'd show you all that. I'm pretty hyped on that build. It's pretty fun to skate. So you'll all see it a lot in my edits. So yeah, anyways, let's get back to the project. So I'm just going to try to pretty much pick it up from where it was sitting. I'm just going to add a little bit of glue. And I'm just going to done ran into all this shit. Set. Go ahead and do that same thing on the other side. Alright, so before we glue these on up here, we're gonna go ahead, while these are drying, flip this over. Damn, the angles aren't the same. Yeah, this one's a little more flat. So that kind of messed up. I had them, the angles weren't the same. It's okay, that's fixable. So what I'm just going to do is I'm going to glue this one down like this. Make sure that the top of it is backed all the way up to the top. And then we'll just go ahead and then glue the second piece in over there.